Today we are going to discuss the Mauryan period in Indian history. Why do we remember the Mauryas? This is a major landmark, as for the first time in Indian history one comes across the formation of a very large territorial polity, a territorial polity that embraced nearly the whole of the subcontinent, not the entire subcontinent, but nearly the Pan-South Asian subcontinent. We also find that the Maurya period lasted for nearly about 137 or 140 years. It is also interesting to note that one of the major artifacts of the Mauryan period, the very well-known celebrated Lion Capital on a pillar of the time of Ashok, now serves as the emblem of the sovereign Republic of India. This is the point that immediately connects our modern experience with an empire of remote past. The Mauryan period is also remembered because of furnishing for the first time in Indian history durable written documents, often administrative documents, written down on imperishable rocks for the first time in Indian history. I mean here the inscriptions of Ashok, about which we shall talk repeatedly in the program. The other advantage of studying the Maurya period is we have here a number of sources of more or less reliable nature, and the sources also are often pretty contemporary to the period we are discussing. The Maurya period is considered also as a landmark in Indian history because during the rule of the Mauryas, we see for the first time the introduction on a very regular basis, the use of stone as a material for the art of sculpting. So the Mauryan period is considered as a landmark in Indian history, not merely for the major political achievements, not merely for the statecraft it bequeaths to us, but also for significant cultural developments. We shall also encounter during the period of our study the Mauryan social and economic life along with the cultural history of the period. The Mauryan period is definitely a major phase in the history of Indian political history, particularly history of the political developments in ancient India, largely because of the presence of three charismatic political personalities, namely Chandragupta Maurya, his son, and the third ruler, son of Bindusara and grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, the greatest ruler of this dynasty, Ashoka.